Oh my. Can you tell? Can you hear me? That I just went to the dog park with my dog and I had my hat on and gloves and all the good cold weather stuff. It is very cold. That's the one component about this that I do want to warn people about, is that it is, the snow is the one, is the big component. That's what gets all of the headlines. That's what we're talking about and everything. But the other component, and this is a component that's going to last for the next really 7 days, and that is the cold. Goodness, I should have brought a hat in or something. But I'm going to put myself off screen here for... Okay, let's take a look at what we are looking at right now. Right now, we are not really dealing with any snow that's quite reaching the ground just yet. Let me take a second here to make sure I'm you can hear me and everything. Okay, looks like it. I will. Okay, I can hear myself now. Okay, so I do know the microphone's working. I do know the everything's working. So appreciate you stopping by here. We're going to have updates every 2 hours here because we're still honestly about 10 hours away from the heaviest snow. So we're going to do it every 2 hours. Once Buck gets in here this evening, he's probably going to do it a little once this snow gets a little bit closer. You can see this leading edge is trying to push in here. I just don't, this is really about it that's reaching the ground right now. So I'm not sure anything in Ohio is actually reaching the ground. What we're really looking for is the dark blue. So, and you can see dark blue is still well back here into Tennessee. And I'm just so thankful. I don't think we're going to be getting the pink line here, which is the ice line. That is also the line that, let me move this over, sorry. This is where they're going to get a lot of power outages. If we can just stay all snow and fairly light snow, and fluffy snow, it's not going to be light because we're going to be really stacking it up. We're going to do just fine on the power outages, I think. So the ice is, you can see how massive this storm is. Really, let me point this out again. A lot of this area here is what's going to move through on Sunday, and Sunday will be our heavy day. So we'll get some of this, and we'll get a little bit of a quiet pocket, and then this heavy, heavy stuff back here in the parts of Oklahoma and in Texas right now. That's still headed our way. So we're still looking at very late tonight for these snow showers to move through. Let's take a look at the temperatures. It is very cold. 12 feels like 0. The pressure's going down. That's because we've got an area of low pressure that's moving in. We've been talking about tracking that low. What that does, drops down that barometric pressure. Let's take you through the afternoon here. Here we go. Notice those clouds starting to fill in. We're going to see some light snow showers start to work in by late afternoon and early evening. A lot of this won't pile up just yet. So they'll be kind of sporadic. So even if you still have some plans tonight, be careful on the roadways. You can still get out and do things. If you're going to go to the Blue Jackets game tonight, I think that's going to be just fine. I think you will run into some snow showers on the way home, but it's not like you're going to go in and then come back out and there's going to be 8 inches of snow on the ground. Heaviest snow, really, let's see if I can control this, is going to go through overnight tonight. Look where we get that dark blue. See that? It really starts to work its way in 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. And where we see that dark blue is where we're really seeing a lot of heavy accumulation. This is what I don't like to see, right down here. So down into southeastern Ohio, if we get some of this warmer air and ice to mix in, that's going to make a mess. It's going to hold down snow totals, but it's also going to create an icy mess, and we don't want to see that because that's when the ice builds up on the power lines, rips the power lines down, and it becomes a mess. We'd much rather everybody stay blue, but these latest updates keep pushing a little bit of that warm air off to our north. It doesn't last long, so that's why I'm hopeful that we'll see that line stay to our south and not move any more to the north. Notice now we're at 5 p.m. Sunday, and the state has been under complete blue since about 3 in the morning. So that's a good 12, 14 hours that I think we're going to have some heavy snow. That's why we're saying Sunday, if you can just stay inside all day, that's what I'm planning on doing. Going to watch football all day. There's no reason to be out on the roads when they are like this. Road crews are going to be out there trying to clear stuff off, of course, and it's going to take until Monday till they can actually really get out there and and make a difference. Notice Monday we are quiet, so it's really, by the time we get through, say, 7 in the morning on Monday, we're going to be fine. The problem is there's going to be a lot of snow on the ground. 4 degrees is what we're waking up to on Monday. And probably kids won't have school on Monday, is what I would guess. Now, hopefully they'll get outside and maybe, sled and do all the stuff that makes winter fun around here. And just bundle up because it is going to be cold. But I think there's going to be a lot of snow on the ground. How much are we talking? Most of us now 8 to 12 inches. And that line pushes up all the way up into Marion, Logan County, Morrow County, pockets of 14 even, because we'll see some spots that it gets a little heavier at times. So don't be surprised. This piles up very quickly. Even where into northwestern Ohio, where we're not going to see as much, it's still a half foot of snow. So we're still talking a huge snowfall, not only for central Ohio, not only for the entire state, but really for the region, because this storm system, you saw, it's all the way back from Texas, going to stretch all the way to the East Coast by the time we get into Monday. So weather alert day for tomorrow. So I always want to point that out. The rest of the day today is still fine. It's tomorrow that is really the day that I want you to, if you can, hunker down, just stay inside. It's really only 24 hours that we're talking, because you're going to, once we get to Monday, things quiet down, you're going to be able to start digging out, and then it's just going to be cold really for the rest of the week. Okay, let me go back. I'm going to look at some of these here. Oh, hold on a second. I'm going to leave that up. I'm coming back. I was looking. All right, I grabbed my phone. So I wanted to see if you had any questions here. So, hi from Granville. Let me see what's my next line. Oh, there I am. Okay, good to see you all. As you can see, I'm perfectly made up. My hair is combed wonderfully. It's a Saturday afternoon. I just got back from the dog park. My dog was insane. If you have dogs, especially dogs like a husky, like I have, cold weather dogs, this is their Super Bowl. He didn't want to come in. I can't wait to see what he's going to do in a foot of snow tomorrow. So hoping for at least, haven't seen this much since the blizzard. Okay. When will Heath start getting the snow? I think for everybody, the further south you are, you're going to start getting the snow earlier. So maybe around dinner time to about 10 p.m. The heavy snow really moves into the area late tonight after 11 o'clock. And many of us will go to bed tonight, and you won't have any snow on the ground. Be like, what happened to all this snow? You're going to wake up, there's going to be 6 to 8 inches on the ground. And then it's going to continue to snow throughout the day tomorrow. So roads are going to be a mess. Travel is going to be a mess. I know there are going to be numerous, not only level 1 and 2 snow emergencies, but I'm sure some level 3 snow emergencies, whereas they're saying you're not allowed on the roads. So just have plans for that. So we come on here because we want you to prepare, not to panic. I'm not saying, I even talked about sledding. I can't wait to go play in this stuff tomorrow. It's January in Ohio. We're used to this. Maybe not this much snow, but we're used to snow. We're used to cold weather. We're going to be just fine. So I don't come on here to panic you and say, oh my goodness. It's just so you're prepared. So tomorrow, when you're stuck in the house for 24 hours or whatever, you've got enough food, you've got medicine, you've got dog food, you got whatever you need. That way, when you're like trying to call Uber Eats or whatever, and they're like, sorry, it's a level 3. We can't deliver your food. No restaurants are open. So you're prepared. That's all we're on here to do, is prepare you, to inform you, not to panic, not to scare you. So honestly, that's why I like to be part of this weather team. None of us like to do any of that panic. Sky is falling. No, most of us have lived here our whole life. So this isn't the first, winter we've gone through. When will he start? Thanks for the early update. No problem, Kelly. Is Southern Ohio getting ice? Patty, I want to say no so badly, but I'm a little worried because the model run yesterday was hinting at some ice. The model run today is. I'm just hoping it's not a lot. They're going to get a lot of ice in Tennessee and areas south of us. I mean, upward ½ inch to an inch. And I mean, that's, but we could get a little bit of ice, especially along the Ohio River, just to let you know. I don't think we'll get ice in Columbus, but, I think we're going to stay cold enough. There is some warmer air aloft. I don't think it's going to impact enough to give us ice. Marengo, hello, time to shop. Lots of man. Is there any type of warm up headed our way soon? Sarah wants to know. Yeah, let's see. April, May, I think is what I saw. No, unfortunately, the next week is going to be very cold. So we're going to be stuck in this freezer for at least the next 8 days. And then hopefully we get into February, we start to see a little bit of a break. Newark, Ohio, do you think we'll keep electricity? I do. You know what? A lot of this, when we don't have an ice storm, what happens with the utilities is that cars run into the poles, and that's what knocks out a lot of power when we get these. So that's the other reason that we say try to stay off the roads, because you're on the roads and they're hardly drivable, and then you slam into a pole, and then you take out 2,000 people's electricity while you're doing that. So I don't think we're gonna get a lot of ice, so that's good. The snow should be light and fluffy. Like I said, I think it's gonna be great for sledding tomorrow. But I don't think so. Let's see. You look I don't look fabulous, but thank you. I like how people are trying to help because I can see myself on the thing. Oh, Phil, you look fine. I mean, your hair, it looks like you just, Okay. It's because I had a hat on. I was freezing out there. Do you think they'll issue a level 3 ahead? Listen, I don't know. That's up to the sheriff's department. I would think we are going to see numerous level 3s tomorrow. My wife has a business. I told her, expect there to be a level 3. Now, if there's not, that's great. But have the plan in case there is a level 3 and you can't get on the roads. Have a plan in place. So, all right, let's go through this one more time. I tried to get to as much snow totals, still the same, 6 to 12, 8 to 12. Yeah, right in there. Pockets of 14. I think most of us are going to see 8 to 12. Right in there. Much prepared. No ordering pizza tomorrow. I ordered pizza last night, and I was talking to the guy because I went to pick it up. And I felt bad because, tomorrow, Championship Sunday, AFC Championship, NFC Championship. This is like the Super Bowl for restaurants. This is their greatest day. Bars, they make so much money. And just the storm coming through. I just feel very bad for businesses that rely on these big days like this, and then the weather comes in and screws everything up. All right, let's go through the thing one more time. So if you're just joining, you're like, did he just get on, on Facebook to ramble? Not just to ramble, but mostly. Notice we do have a little bit of the leading edge trying to sneak in. This is very light blue. The accumulating snow, the heaviest snow, still back out here where we're seeing some of this. Nashville's getting some snow right now, up to Paducah, Kentucky. St. Louis getting some. Where we're getting these darker blues here, that's where we are seeing the snow actually reaching the ground. We don't have any yet. I would expect it to be very late tonight before we have any. That ice line right now is staying into Tennessee, but you can see its general path here is kind of, it's why I'm worried about this very southern and southeastern part of the state as we go through. All right, let's roll back here a little bit. This storm has abundant moisture to pull from. So the Gulf of here is just tons of moisture. You can see it coming in as rain in Louisiana, ice in Louisiana, some snow from Missouri through Arkansas, Oklahoma, Texas. This storm still has a long way to go before it reaches us here. Let's look outside. Ooh, look at Broadcast Lake. Starting to get some glaze on it. 12 out at the airport, but feels like 0. So temperatures actually have gone up. We're about to the high that we're going to get today. We may get another degree or two warmer, but that's about it. So I didn't set this right. Sorry. Here we go. Now let's start the futurecast at 5. And it's showing the leading edge of this just starting to work its way in into southern Ohio. Notice Franklin County, the I-70 corridor, most of us, areas north of I-70, not really seeing anything just yet. But we'll see some spotty snow showers. Try to get in here between 9, 10, 11 o'clock. That's when I would say if you're going to be in by 11 if you can. As if I'm the parent telling you got to be in by 11. Curfew tonight is 11 because that's when things are going to start to get a little more dicey here for us. We get into the overnight hours. Notice it gets even darker as we get the darker blue there. Would really indicate some very intense snowfall. So some snow squalls will be possible. It's not going to be particularly windy. We'll talk. I'm doing another cut-in at 4 o'clock, and maybe we'll talk a little bit why this is not considered a blizzard, even though it has more snow than many blizzards. It's really simple. It's because we don't have the wind. The wind is not strong enough, and visibility won't be down to less than a quarter mile for 3 straight hours. The blizzard components, that's all it is. Sustained winds, 35 miles an hour plus, and a quarter mile of visibility or less for 3 straight hours or more. Doesn't really have a snow component to it. So we're getting more snow today than we do in a lot of blizzards. But it's going to be better because we're not going to be dealing with those gusty winds or anything. It's going to be a little breezy. Notice that dark blue stays over us through noon, throughout the morning. But also, bam, look at this getting in here. Trying to just get in here into the southern part of the county. So we'll see. We'll see what we get here. I don't like into southern Ohio, really, from, let's say, over by Marietta, through the southern part of Athens County, down here into Portsmouth. It's kind of a game time decision. You know, will that warm air make it this far north? I don't think it makes it into Columbus or areas north of I-70. We stay snowy all day long. Remember, the blue started at about 11 o'clock for us, got very heavy about 3 o'clock, and then 7 o'clock very heavy, and has been blue all day. Doesn't really pull out of here until tomorrow night. So what are we looking at? 9, 10 hours from now for the snow for us to start. And then Monday will be cold. And then we're digging out on Monday. I doubt the kids will have school on Monday because even though now we have some time to clean off the roadways, it's going to be awfully cold. Temperature is going to be 4, so that'll put wind chill below 0. And Tuesday is going to be even colder than that. So if if the schools, how much are we looking at? 8 to 12 for most of us. Pockets here and there of 14, where we get these heavier snow bands, where we get a squall or two to set up there for us. And off to the northwest where it's a little lighter, but it's funny to say it's a little lighter, 6 to 10 inches. We haven't had a 6-inch snowfall here in Columbus out at the airport in more than 10 years. We almost got there in December. We had 5.4 on like the 13th of December. All right, so here's your numbers for today. Yeah, 14. We saw it was 12, so we're about to the high for today. Tomorrow a little bit warmer, but tomorrow also our weather alert day. So the rest of the day today is still the preparation part. Tomorrow's the day that I say hunker down, stay inside if you can. And then some hit and miss chances of snow, no real good chances, but what you're going to notice, highs into the mid-teens all week long. Should be around 37 for this time of year, but it is not going to be. It's going to be colder. All right. Oh, I have a hood. If I was worried about you seeing my hair all messed up, that may look even worse. But I do have my suit here. So we're going to do another one at 4, and I'm going to be dressed up much nicer, much more proper. Like I said, I'm trying to answer as many questions as I can. Bottom line is, most of the snow tonight, the heaviest snow, after 11 o'clock. So what time is it? 2:30 right now. So you got about, 8 hours, 8.5 hours. If you're going to the Blue Jackets game, we may be going. So if that tells you that I'm not super nervous about the snow getting in here too early, we may get a little bit of accumulation, but it's not going to be 8 inches of accumulation. We may see some of those snow showers start this evening, but the heavy stuff is really overnight tonight, all day tomorrow. If you can, I don't want to say go to the grocery store because I've driven by, numerous grocery stores and there's not even a parking place. So it's just really for one day. So, we're not going to be snowed in for a week, but just be prepared. You may not be able to drive on the roadways tomorrow. People asking, we don't issue the snow emergency levels. The level 1, level 2, level 3. Level 3 is, the most extreme. That's when they're like, don't get on the roads. Only emergency vehicles. If you're on the road, they may arrest you. So, I don't know. Just be prepared for that tomorrow. So once again, on here to prepare you, not to panic. It is almost 2:30. I'm going to go comb my hair, fix myself up. I hope you all have a fabulous rest of your Saturday. Let's do this again at 4 o'clock, and then we'll do it again at 6 o'clock. All right? Talk to you later. Bye-bye.